What's going on? What's going on? Aquarius, this is extra S's and all that. I may cuss, but I don't curse. Let's get that situated first. Bars. And if you need me or you want me, or maybe it's both. You want to get a reading? There's a description link. There's a link in the description box that'll take you to my website where you can arrange an appointment with me, get an astrological reading perhaps, pick apart your chart bars, or we could do a tarot card reading. It's up to you. I could even intertwine the two, We could work something out. We could arrange something. You'll get an hour, But it's a real simple process. It really is. Like 3-4 steps or something like that. All right. 3-card draw, though. I ain't going to hold you long. Pause. With that being said, we're going to get these cards red bars. Because I'm nice. But y'all know that already. You all know that already. This card right here represents the situation at hand for the Aquarius energy. Ash. Just pulled this card, yo. No bullshit. But it's first now. Okay. This card right here represents how you feel about the situation. This card is famous. Mortification, it keeps coming out. This card right here represents the factor to consider regarding all of this. What is this? 10. Okay. So we have materials. I think that's the process, right? Okay, so what I must do, let me grab the book real fast. Okay. Tin is a silvery white, highly malleable metal. This is in part because tin's structure is composed of crystals in cubic or tetragonal formations that can be broken or crushed under moderate pressure. When a crystalline structure breaks, a sound known as the tin cry can be heard, hence the unnerving sound of crinkling tinfoil. Learn something new every day. Such is the energy of the tin card. On one hand, it is the tin's energy. On one hand, it is the tin's Jupiterian nature to expand, to mobilize, to cover the whole territory. On the other hand, the metal cannot withstand much weight or pressure. When this card appears, you may have reached a limit or breaking point after taking on more than is logistically possible under the circumstances. Don't take this juncture personally. More strength is required before taking next steps to support the expansion you see in your mind's eye. Deep. Like that. I like that. Now let's unpack this. The situation at hand is the ash. Meaning that there are some things that are now past tense. They're in hindsight, and hindsight is 2020. The things, you might want to call it things of old, the old ways of doing things, and even old people. I don't mean it to say like, I didn't mean it to come out like that. That sounds kind of harsh. What I mean to say is people who have passed on, went into the essence. Doesn't mean that they were old. It doesn't mean, you know what I'm saying. I'm damn near apologizing, but you know what I'm getting at, right? This could be a real touchy subject. Trigger warning. Too late to say trigger warning, but that's the situation at hand. You make it fit the way it's supposed to fit. Pause. Whether it's a person, people, relationships. I'm even feeling some of you may be in relationships that you kind of feel like they're over now, or something about them are over, if not totally. But they're about memories, and it's not said to be, what's that word that I'm looking for? It's have a heart. You know what I'm saying? So if someone's mourn with them. I think that's a biblical term, and that's even if someone is just mourning the loss of a relationship that, the person's still breathing and all that, but it's just like having a funeral in their head or in their heart. Sometimes people break apart. Bars. Nice. Stuff like that. That's the situation at hand, though. Now, I don't know how you feel. Well, I'm going to get to how you feel about this right now. With the mortification card, it's done. It's done. What's, I guess you can say, maybe trying to deal with is that it's a slower process than maybe you would like it to be, or maybe a slower process than you expected. And not only that, you can't truly foresee how long of a process this is actually going to be. So you can be in that vein. If you're more into spirituality, if you have psychic abilities, if you do dream, you have the third eye activity, and you get glances into what is to come, potentially what has been, the ash, and things of that nature, you're more secure about this situation right now. But if you're not tapped in like that, you're not. This card is so deep, man. Look, this is the third eye and this is the big brother eye. I see it as both. So it's like I'm actually feeling something that deals with the internet too. For some reason, I can't quite put my finger on it though. But you know something about the internet, or the internet knows something about you. You know, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But to piggyback on what I'm saying, that was just like the opening part of this mortification card. It's bigger than just you in your relationship. Something large is coming to an end. So I'll tell you like this, if it is a personal relationship, something that was looked at as, you know, they might have made you look like the fool or something like that. That's soon to be overturned to where they're going to be looking like the fool. This could be applied to a situation or a circumstance to where you were looked at as wrong when you felt you should have been justified. That's going to be overturned. So it's kind of like people who get convicted wrongfully and then they get exonerated. That's what's taking place right now. But again, you don't know how long this process is going to take. This could take, you just don't know. But it is happening. It's happening. This is a mysterious happening as well. So you can see, again, if you're tapped in, you can see the glimpses. I don't want to drag that out too much. But the factor to consider is this, right? With the 10, this is a time for you that it's asked to make connections. However, at the same time, be aware of spreading yourself thin. Because it's not that you don't mean well, and that expansive vision that you have is not going to take place and materialize. It just means you have to do more connecting before doing so. So it's like over-promising something, a promise that you can't keep right now. Don't lead those people on and make you think that they can, and them think that you can actually do it if you know you're not built for it yet. It doesn't make you look weak. It actually, just having the vision and the thought of doing it makes you powerful. It makes you optimistic. It makes you helpful. It makes you have the spirit of wanting to do. So that you got to give yourself credit for that is what I'm feeling. But at the same time, do your best. Sometimes we get excited, and I know how it is. Jupiter's very expansive. It's excited. It wants to grow. It wants to reach out. It wants to, you know. But it's like, yo, sometimes we make each other feel that way about each other. Like we could just take on anything and everything for the people that we expand with. Okay, granted. But just be aware that a realistic thing may occur to where you might have to pump the brakes, calm the tits on that. All right? And you might have to text that person, call that person, be like, yo, I know I said I was going to do this. I'm going to have to do a rain check on that. I'm not saying we ain't going to do it. We're going to do it. But, you know, it's just some more things need to develop first. And then you develop the strength. And it also strengthens the bond that you're expanding with in doing so. Feel me? So, that's what I got for y'all. With that being said, until next time,